Hi, everyone.
Good evening, Namrata.
Good evening, Shalini.
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Anupam.
Chetan is driving and joining. Wow.
Yeah.
He's muted though. He doesn't know.
Yeah. He might join in a little later. He has asked us to start the session. And so any one of you want to share your experiences? You want to talk about something? Hi, Chetan.
Yeah, hi. I was just saying कि जब पहाड़ छोड़ के शहर में आओ, तो फिर suddenly everything is on a schedule. You're always running behind. You're like, even getting out of a parking lot takes 10 minutes. So, welcome to your world.
Welcome to Gurgaon, Chetan.
I'm almost at the place where I can park the car. So,
Descending from the heavens.
sorry about this, but why don't we go ahead? I'll pull up the Ram has said that he won't be able to join, but he said an analysis of the FDCs. So you want to just walk us through that while I'll just quickly park and join?
Yeah, sure. I have just downloaded it. I'll just share my screen and start the presentation.
Perfect.
So as always, Ram has actually shared this interesting analysis of the FDC that we recently concluded. And I actually love this, what he has shared about FDC. If FDC 6 was an author, the word count actually matches the Lord of the Rings and the 4 Harry Potter books. Looking at the tracker, you can see that we've crossed 430,000 words in this month alone. And the statistics were like 60 people signed up with an average target of 14,900 words. 48 people wrote an average of 8,900 words. 26 people wrote for 7 or more days, an average of 13,900 words, writing 17 days on an average. 4.3 lakh words were written, of which 85% was by those who wrote for 7 or more days. The lessons: early start helps. Consistency, turning up to write more often, helps more than quantity. I think these two observations have been very common given our last FDCs also. In the current FDC, an interesting thing happened. The 7-day itch did not kick in. The decline after the 7th day was slower. So this is something that you had highlighted last time also, where you had noticed that after 7 days, like in the second week onwards, there was a steady decline, but this time it did not happen. Interestingly, after mid-month, there was a slight uptick in trend. The decline in writing was less steep compared to earlier FDCs. Some people got words in, but did not update regularly. With those updates, the number will look more impressive. Writing more regularly, wrote 7 or more days, number of people 26, total word count 3,61,000, average word count 13,900, and number of days written is 17. Wrote for less than 7 days, 22 number of people, total word count 64,000, average word count 2,900, and 3 days were the total days that they had written. So writing regularly helps, and those who wrote regularly wrote more often. 17 days on average versus 3 days. They wrote more words. 13,900 words on average versus 2,900 words. So write regularly and consistently. This is his analysis. Would any of you want to share your experience of having participated in the FDC? Hi, Chetan.
Yeah, that's a wonderful analysis. Ram as always nails it quite nicely and does a very comprehensive job of outlining what's right, what's wrong, what needs to be done. So yeah, awesome to see that. Yeah, so any sharings, any observations that people have about this FDC, suggestions for the next one? Shalini already had the suggestion about bringing on board an indie author, indie bookshop. So we are doing that. We are also looking at probably keeping the prompts as well, because this was the first time that we used, this was the second time that we used the prompts. And I think the prompts have really, seemed to have helped and kicked up the volume of writing quite a bit. I also expect FDC 7 to be a lot more crowded. We already are at what, how many, 25 registrations, something like that. Yeah, so we're already at 25 registrations, and we've not even done any marketing. It's just all the existing people and everything else who are going on coming back. But yeah, if anyone has any suggestions or any ideas or anything else that you think we could do let us know. We've got an exciting lineup of authors for next month, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the prompts were a great help. Like it was like a stuck-up wheel, like it was something like taking a stuck-up wheel out of getting into motion. The prompts had really helped.
Great, I'm glad to hear that. The challenge is to come up with a new set of 30 prompts next time.
We look forward to the prompts even in the next FDC here.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we're going to keep that for FDC for April as well. Any other thoughts or suggestions?
I just wanted to share that unfortunately I'm probably on the bottom percentile this time around. Not that I've been a big volume this thing, but I still found FDC very interesting because it keeps you engaged. You read what people are writing, especially with the prompts. I think it's that I found very useful. So I think you mentioned in the last round, one of the sessions, that I'm probably one of the junkies now. So you'll keep seeing me back again. My problem is that I'm actually trying to, with the Kritika's workshop, etc., I'm trying to improve my craft right now rather than do the volume thing.
Right.
I'm taking a couple of stories and re-editing them for the nth time just to try to improve them. So that's where I am right now. So that's why I'm not going to be one of the volume guys, but I still want to be in the FDC because I think it's very useful. As a writer, it just keeps you engaged and it keeps you excited. So I think it's very good.
Yeah. And I don't think volume is everything. In fact, I don't know if we had this conversation with Kritika, but she's working on her own novel now. But otherwise, she writes like maybe 3 short stories in a year. So there's no volume there at all. Yeah, but she's working on those short stories, crafting them, kind of really nailing them so that they are, their perfect selves. And that's not about volume. That's about a lot of rework and editing and fine tuning and repetition. And I think that's what's on right now. So yeah, I think there is value to that as well. So while FDC is more about chalo dhakka laga ke word count karo, I'm not so hung up on the volume piece as long as people are getting writing done in whatever shape or form. Correct. That's really the bottom line. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to add a little bit here. Although I think I've already mentioned this in my previous session. This FDC has been a game changer for me personally. I think I did mention in my creative writing workshop with Chetan that I was facing a problem of procrastination, basically just being lazy. So this tracker bit and, the FDC prompts, everybody pitching in every day kind of nudged me into the process of sitting down and showing up no matter what, even if it was like 100 words per day, just sitting and showing up. So it's been, and more than that, just being in the tribe. I got my tribe, I think. So the writing community, buddies there, and I'm feeling at home. I think I've already mentioned that, and I can't speak more than that. I really have kind of got addicted to FDC now, the entire, structure of it. And I really want to keep it going. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody. I've loved it.
Sharon, thanks so much. All right, cool. So if there's no further suggestions, if there's no further suggestions at this time, then I guess this is the closing ceremony of FDC 6. So we'll call it.
Chetan, hi.
Yeah,
this is Nilesh. I had one suggestion. So
I go.
because it helped me tremendously, no doubt about writing
Great.
regularly. So
Great.
that was a great support for me. Yes, I'm writing a non-fiction, as you know, so it's more about getting the content as much as I can on a
Yeah.
daily basis. One suggestion which I had is I found out most of the people who are active on the group. I am not per se very active, so I found out finding a buddy was not very easy for me. How to figure out how to talk to anyone. I'm kind of maybe not that guy. So for some, maybe there are more people like me who would want to have a writing buddy, but how to figure that out, if that can be sorted out in a manner where somebody can lay out, okay, this is what I'm writing and I'm looking for. In the tracker itself, a field can be added so that people can see who they can be connect with, rather than just going through the chats and understanding what the person is, because not many people are very active. So how can we sort that out? If you can figure out some way, that will be very helpful.
In the tracker, we currently offer genre as well as the location. So is there something further that you would suggest we do, like maybe club people by genre or club people by location, so that they
I
can?
had an idea there, Chetan. Maybe we can also add a column which says if you're looking to buddy up. So people who are keen to buddy up, now at least then you would know who are open right now.
Right.
Yeah, probably something like that. Thank you.
But I would assume that most people would be interested in budding, or maybe everybody is not actually. That's a fair point. We could easily add that column and everybody can fill it out for themselves. So that's definitely not a problem.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you.
Sorry. Okay. Any else? Any other suggestions, ideas, thoughts? Anyone else? Okay, cool. And we also had this conversation about non-fiction, and that, the writing prompts are largely about fiction. I heard that. Let's see what we can do about it. I'll also have to spend a little time and think about it a little bit. But let's see if there's some way that we can make it more interesting for writing prompts. Maybe we can add something about research or something. Let me see. I'll see about that. But that's a good idea, Nilesh. So thanks for that. I'll definitely take that on board. Any other thoughts or ideas? No, all good. All right, it's strange on the phone because I can't see everybody. Normally, I'm very used to seeing everybody, and
I think your bandwidth is low. We are seeing your message network bandwidth low at your end.
Oh, okay. All right. Chalo, anyway, so I'll hang up for now. And Namrita, you want to do the closing round if I'm short of words or my bandwidth is low? Why don't you go ahead?
I will also share the authors that we are inviting for the next FDC so that they are aware, and then I'll just close the session. Gayatri, to answer your question, actually the participants, though it is called the First Draft Club, we have had participants who are working on their second draft, third draft, or the umpteenth draft, if you call it. So I guess you're still welcome in the FDC if you're working on your second draft also. For FDC 7, we already have, we are planning to invite Arnav Sinha. He's one of the leading authors who works on translated literature. We have also invited Divya Prakash Dubey. He's a Hindi best-selling author. And the last author that we have is Anandita Ghosh, whose debut work was The Illuminated, published by HarperCollins, and has won a lot of awards. Apart from these three, we'll be inviting one indie bookstore also in April for the weekend sessions. In case, hello?
Yeah, Namrita, so last time you had Sumana Roy on the list, which I think.
Yeah, actually she was unwell. She's got COVID, and so because of that, her voice has been impacted very badly.
Okay.
And so she could not join us because of that, because she could not speak. Though she has recovered from COVID, but that the long-term effects of this the Omicron have been that it impacts her throat very badly.
Okay,
So
understood.
she's
Because
not
I've
doing
been reading
any
her book
sessions
and
where she's talking. She can do a written session, like, you know, she can write something for the
Okay.
magazine or something, but yeah, she's not taking sessions. But yes,
yeah,
she's
because
already keen on that, and she will join us whenever she's a little better in that sense.
okay, understood. Okay. I'm a fan. I read a book. It's amazing. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
if you've read.
absolutely, absolutely. We all are. I'm sure. Even Chetan was praising her book a lot. He's just recently read it. He was also talking about it. I'm sure we all are. She writes brilliantly
Yeah.
well.
Correct.
In case any of you have not joined, the forms are open for registration. I'm sharing it in the
Namrata, I'm
chat.
sorry. What was the name of the author that you just mentioned?
Sumana Roy.
Come
Sumana
again, please. Sumana Roy. Oh, all
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Welcome.
How I Became a Tree.
Oh, all right. Okay. Thank you.
So the form is open for registrations. I've just shared it in the chat box. I'll also post it in the room, in the WhatsApp group, so that in case any of you have not yet applied and want to do so, please feel free. We are accepting registrations. And as I shared in the WhatsApp group yesterday, we are having a Meet the Author session at 5 with Mahua. Mahua was a previous participant in the creative writing workshop, and she's just launched a debut book of short story collection called The Naughty Sala and Other Stories. So it is starting at 5. In case any of you are interested, I'll share that link also in the WhatsApp group, and you can join us there.
Sure.
All right. See you guys.
See you. Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Chetan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Namrata.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.